Your Ford has powerful features hiding in plain sight, but almost no one ever uses them. These systems were built to protect, assist, and simplify daily driving, yet dealers rarely explain them. Once you understand what is already inside your vehicle, ordinary drives start feeling smarter, safer, and far more controlled. 1. The hidden engineering diagnostic mode built into your dashboard. Your Ford already knows what is wrong with it long before a warning light appears. What most drivers never realize is that Ford built a hidden engineering diagnostic mode directly into the dashboard cluster. With a specific steering wheel button sequence, the car reveals live engine temperature, battery voltage, transmission data, and system status in real numbers. This is the same type of information mechanics read before connecting expensive scan tools. Dealerships charge anywhere from $80 to $150 just to access this data, even when nothing is actually broken. Ford hides this mode because raw numbers confuse average drivers, but that does not mean you should be blind to them. Early voltage drops warn of battery failure. Rising coolant temps signal cooling problems long before overheating. This feature turns guesswork into evidence. Mechanics know about it and quietly use it to confirm problems faster. Owners almost never discover it, which keeps them dependent on service visits for basic checks. And once you know your Ford can talk, the next feature proves it can still listen. 2. Emergency engine start even when your key fob is dead. Few situations feel more frustrating than a dead key fob battery. Many drivers assume they are stranded. Ford engineers planned for this exact moment. Hidden inside the cabin is a backup key detection zone that can read your fob even when the battery is completely dead. Depending on the model, this zone may be inside the center console, near the steering column, or in a specific pocket. When the fob touches this area, the vehicle recognizes it and allows the engine to start. Most drivers only learn this from a tow truck driver or mechanic after panicking. Dealerships rarely explain it during delivery. This feature exists to prevent unnecessary breakdowns, missed workdays, and expensive tows. Mechanics know it well, which is why they can start cars customers swear are dead. Once you know where the detection zone is, a dead fob battery becomes a minor inconvenience instead of a crisis. But starting the engine is only part of the story, because Ford also hides the truth. 3. The dummy gauge truth Ford never explains. Your temperature and fuel gauges are not honest. They are intentionally designed to lie. Ford, like most manufacturers, uses buffered or dummy gauges that stay in the middle even when real values fluctuate. This prevents panic, but it also hides early warning signs. Engine temperature may climb dangerously while the needle stays calm. Fuel readings can appear stable until suddenly dropping. The hidden diagnostic mode reveals the real numbers behind these simplified displays. Mechanics rely on those numbers, not the gauge. Drivers trust the gauge and miss early problems. This design choice protects manufacturers from complaints, but costs owners awareness. Knowing this changes how you interpret your dashboard. A steady needle does not mean a healthy system. It just means the computer has decided not to alarm you yet. Understanding this feature helps you catch problems early, instead of learning about them when something fails. If hidden numbers surprise you, the next feature predicts trouble even earlier. 4. Built-in battery voltage monitoring that predicts failure. Most batteries do not fail suddenly. Voltage slowly declines over weeks or months. Ford vehicles constantly monitor battery voltage, but this information is hidden from normal view. Through diagnostic screens, you can see exact voltage levels while driving and at rest. Healthy systems stay within a narrow range. Drops below normal indicate charging issues, weak batteries, or parasitic drain. Mechanics use this data to decide whether a battery truly needs replacement. Owners rarely see it and instead wait for a no-start warning. Battery replacements are often sold prematurely because drivers lack this information. Knowing voltage trends lets you replace batteries on your terms, not when they leave you stranded. It also prevents replacing alternators unnecessarily when the battery is the real problem. This single hidden feature saves money, stress, and time. And once access matters, the next feature controls who gets inside your Ford. 5. Temporary door codes you can create without sharing your key. Ford's door keypad is more powerful than most owners realize. Beyond a permanent entry code, many models allow temporary or secondary codes to be created. These codes can be given to family members, service technicians, or delivery drivers without handing over a physical key or fob. They can later be erased, restoring full security. This feature is buried in menus or requires specific programming steps, so most drivers never use it. Mechanics and fleet managers rely on it daily. For owners, it prevents lost keys, copied fobs, and security risks. It also allows controlled access in emergencies. Ford designed this system for flexibility but rarely explains it. Once you know it exists, the keypad becomes a security tool instead of a forgotten button panel. 6. The hidden wiper service mode that prevents expensive damage. Modern Ford wipers do not sit where you can safely grab them. They park below the hood line, which causes many owners to force them upward and damage the wiper arms or motor. Ford built a hidden wiper service mode that moves the blades into a vertical service position in seconds. Mechanics activate this before replacing blades, but owners are rarely told how. The process usually involves a quick ignition cycle combined with a wiper switch command. Once activated, the blades lift cleanly without resistance. This matters because broken wiper transmissions are not cheap repairs. Even a small bend can cause uneven pressure, streaking, or motor failure. Daily drivers replace blades often, especially in harsh climates. Using service mode prevents accidental damage and extends the life of the wiper system. It also makes blade replacement faster and safer. This feature exists because Ford engineers know the risk, but dealerships assume owners will never touch it. Knowing it turns a fragile task into a controlled one. And if hidden motion matters, the next feature quietly changes cabin comfort instantly. If this opened your eyes, subscribe now so you don't miss the next hidden feature. 7. Remote window venting and lock control hidden in the key fob. Many Ford drivers never realize their key fob controls more than locks. Holding the unlock button can roll down all windows, instantly releasing trapped heat. On hot days, cabin temperatures can exceed dangerous levels within minutes. Venting before entry reduces interior heat stress on materials and electronics. Holding the lock button can raise windows again if one was left open. Dealers sometimes charge to enable this, even though the hardware already exists. In some models, it is disabled in software, not missing physically. Mechanics enable it during programming without explanation. For daily drivers, this feature protects dashboards, screens, and seats from heat damage while improving comfort. It also adds security by allowing remote closure. Ford built it for convenience and safety, but buried it so deeply most owners never try it. Once discovered, it becomes part of daily routine rather than a forgotten capability. But visibility matters too, and the next feature sharpens awareness behind you. 8. Backup camera zoom and trailer alignment screens nobody uses. Ford backup cameras hide powerful tools most drivers never explore. Many models include zoom functions and trailer alignment screens buried in menu layers. These features allow precise hitch alignment without a second person. Mechanics and fleet operators rely on them to save time and prevent damage. Daily drivers often struggle with parking or hitching, unaware the tools already exist. Zoom modes improve depth perception and reduce blind spot risk. Trailer guides display alignment paths, preventing repeated attempts that strain transmissions and bumpers. Ford does not highlight these features during delivery because they are considered advanced, but daily driving includes tight parking, reversing, and occasional towing. Using these screens reduces accidents, scrapes, and stress. Once enabled, they transform the backup camera from a simple view into an active assistance system that works every time. If that changes how you reverse, the next feature changes how you power everything. 9. Power outlets that stay active after the engine is off. Many Ford vehicles can keep power outlets active even when the engine is off. This includes 12-volt ports and, in some trucks, larger onboard power systems. This feature is controlled through settings and timers that most owners never check. Mechanics use it for diagnostics and worksite setups. For daily drivers, it means charging devices, running tools, or powering accessories without idling the engine. This reduces fuel waste and engine wear. Leaving accessories plugged in does not automatically drain the battery because Ford manages power cutoffs intelligently. Owners assume the outlet is dead once the engine stops and never explore the option. Ford designed it for flexibility, but hid it behind menus. Knowing it exists turns your vehicle into a mobile power source rather than just transportation. And finally, the most overlooked feature hides under you every single drive. 10. Under seat and cabin storage compartments almost no one opens. Many Ford vehicles include hidden storage compartments under seats or within cabin panels. These spaces are designed to store tools, emergency gear, or valuables securely and out of sight. Daily drivers often miss them completely, assuming no storage exists. Mechanics and fleet users rely on these compartments to keep equipment organized and protected. Using hidden storage reduces cabin clutter and prevents theft by keeping items invisible. Some compartments are lockable and integrated into vehicle security systems. Ford rarely points them out during walkthroughs because they are considered secondary features, but for daily driving, organized storage improves safety by preventing loose objects from becoming hazards during sudden stops. Discovering these compartments changes how you use your vehicle every day.